And we return. One game. That's all that separates these teams. They're on the verge of heading to the Bali Major, and DPC points await them, but they need to win WAGA this last remaining best of one that we're down to.
Yeah, this is all gonna come down to the final draft, final execution. How can they play it out here? I mean, we knew it was gonna be close between these teams. I didn't know it was gonna be this close, but yeah, it pretty much all comes down to, you know, can you perform in this very moment? The pressure could not be higher, and that's also what you want to have, though, right? The team that can perform the best under pressure gonna be the team that are able to go to the major and secure themselves more points potentially for TI. This is ultimately what it's all about, to be a competitor here in competitive Dota.
Yeah, this is where you pull out your secret sauce. This is where you show what you've been cooking up in scrims and get yourself that one victory that guarantees your trip to Bali, a beautiful resort, and of course the major and money on the line. We'll see if there's anything up FNG or Solo's sleeves here as we get ourselves into the draft for Game 3 of this best of 3. And like you said, incredibly tight between both teams. We've not really had an outright stomp, which has been in the case of some of these other series. We've had pretty tight, manageable matches where they're edging out these small victories to get themselves into that winning position. And draft for Game 3, it is underway. Already starting things off with a couple of bans.
Yeah, as we head into this here, VP gonna go ahead and get rid of the Timbersaw first of all, and 9Pandas taking their time here. This is very important that you get things right for this game. Obviously, VP came in with some real aggressive energy here in last game. 9Pandas, they tried to take it chill, they tried to take it slow, sit back and just farm their way to victory, trying to build up, but that didn't work. VP were all over the place, especially FNG in those early rotations was on point, but also their entire team. Notice once he finished his bottom tower, just looked to more objectives, played objective-based Dota. Squadix on his Ember was all over the place. Pandas, they want to avoid having the same thing happen here. They need to get a laning stage that looks competitive, and they also should not have too inactive of a draft, because that could backfire against VP.
Yeah, I just love moments like this where, Timbersaw, he wins Game 1, looks very strong, banned out second phase Game 2, and banned out first phase Game 1, going up the ranks in pick priority, or ban priority, really. And leaving Batrider as that first pickup here with the Techies, Pugner, Beastmaster all gone. What are we left over with here? Magnus +1?
Yeah, we have Magnus. We have Magnus available. We have Doom available. We got Spearbreaker. I think could be a big hero still. He was banned in the first game in the start, and I also think would be a hero that can be good for either punishing the way that VP are playing, or even to enable VP even more. Like a Spearbreaker plus Batrider lane sounds pretty damn good to me. It sounds like it should be able to win a lot of the 2v2 matchups, and then also can start making moves. Batrider can find someone, Spearbreaker can join. 9Pandas though, they have the choice here. Big choice, I think, is do you want to go for something like Caudal Storm? Do you want to go for a Doom? They're gonna say yes to Doom. They accept Doom into their lives here. Let him in.
Just let him in.
Let him in.
What was he? He's a vampire, is he?
Listen to the voice, Well, I think he's something a little bit more higher up in the authority of evil here than just a simple
lower
vampire.
Down. Lower down in the depths of hell.
True.
There's that thing with vampire lore where they're not allowed to go into someone's house unless they're willingly invited.
Yeah.
So you can keep vampires out of your homes easily. Just don't invite anyone in ever.
Well, the same is true for Satan, Gareth. You can.
Yes.
You just don't invite him to your heart. Don't do dark things. Don't pick Doom first phase. Don't pick Tinker a single time. But we know both these teams already have sinned in the past, so no surprise to see. Doom is here, and Skywrath gonna be the pairing here. Very, very strong 1-2 combo. We've seen it now multiple times.
Yeah, Sky there in the hands of Antares. I would say his signature hero, honestly, has looked, always looked very good on techies. That's probably his, S tier. But Skyrath threat, he's right up there.
Yeah, I mean, those heroes play quite similar in both laning stage and mid game as well. And again, we see an early reaction Monkey King here. They say, okay, you pick the Doom, we take the Monkey, and you find yourself in a similar position as the last game. 9Pandas, you can't afford to have Doom lose his lane the way he did last game. It was just unacceptable having a level 5 Monkey King with level 3 Doom, having no impact there, and that freed up all the rotations from VP. So now you need to like address this? Are you going to throw a curveball? Do you want to run, you know, some lane switch up? Because honestly, I don't think that you win the lane against Monkey if they put a strong pairing. The Disruptor is banned, so they ban at least the run back, right?
Exactly. Step one is get rid of FNG's Disruptor, because yeah, you were saying during the break he pretty much carried that game with the rotations, involved in like 90% of the kills in the first 20 minutes, bouncing from one fight to the next, getting pickoffs with the glimpse.
I mean, he was, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, while Disruptor fit like a glove there, I think a lot of heroes will still beat Doom in lane together with Monkey King. Like, you're running Skywrath Doom. I mean, I imagine that even Lich could do pretty damn well. You put the Lich armor on the Monkey King and you just trade hits with the Skywrath as a Lich in the 1v1.
5 seconds
whenever you want to go for the kill, you go for that armor plus the suck. I think Monkey is still very happy on that lane. And that's ultimately what matters. There's even stuff like Undying. But if you just take Undying, we saw how Skywrath could be occupied by an Undying for a very long time in game 1. If you have an Undying Monkey lane against Doom Skywrath, that also looks winning. So, a bit complicated here for 9Pandas, but I think something needs to happen.
Yeah, and it's difficult. Like, you're getting to the stage now where Solo's looking at this and thinking, do I really want to ban out FNG heroes? Is that where we're at in game 3? Well, I guess that's the case. Disruptor and Enchantress gone. And then you're looking back at FNG's games and realizing that he's one of the most diverse players, not just most diverse support, but one of the most diverse players in Eastern Europe, playing like 12 different heroes so far. There's nothing this man can't do.
Yeah, Solo is, I mean, he's very, very experienced and he's happy to take many different heroes. I mean, there's still his Silencer is not banned out. A hero that he's, you know, very capable of playing as well. So there are many tools. I think banning him out entirely is going to be very, very hard. I would be almost surprised if they commit a third ban here. The Ench and the Disruptor kind of makes sense. The Disruptor, you just, you know, got displayed how strong that combo is. But Ench also can be a lane bully that wins against Skywrath pretty well. We've seen it before here in the DPC. But do you really keep going? Do you want to do that? Because I think there are too many options.
Dire team pick.
You can't ban them all, but yeah, there it is.
There's some strong copium coming out here. What if we ban Silencer? Take the Lich. God, they're trying. They're trying to shut down every avenue here for any form of strong pairing. And yeah, we'll see.
Remove as many options as humanly possible.
I mean,
on FNG, what have you got up your sleeve now?
I mean, FNG, surely...
It's gonna be Bane or something.
Yeah, I mean, that's the simplicity of it. You could still just go for that. You could take SD, you could take Bane, good heroes against the Skywrath Lich combos here. There's, you know, potential to snag something else. I think they will prioritize getting a support now, because so many are removed already, and Sky Lich already being picked up. Wouldn't surprise me if they just, you know, display what it's going to be here. But Sky Lich, again, very popular.
Yeah, incredibly so. It gives you a lot of laning stage damage, team fight, solo kill potential. Yeah. Not looking good at any stage of the game, really.
They're
thinking
very...
about this.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I just said that. Taking their time, VP.
Yeah, they are digging in on this pick, really, really thinking. I was going to say that both the Skywrath and Lich, what they have going for them is that they're so heavy magic damage early on into the game. Extremely early, they get very powerful. Both have devastating ultis, and that's what you want right now. Lane bullies that also come online early in terms of damage output, and you still have a disable from Lich. That's the wonderful part. A lot of times, if you get all that damage, you're kind of missing out on something. Some element is missing, but no, they have a bit of everything. A bit of slow, a bit of disable. So works really well, the two of them. It's gonna be AA for VP here. Not as certain that AA Monkey is really winning against Doom Sky. I mean, AA has long range, but I don't think he does much damage to Doom very early on. And trading up against the Sky... I mean, yeah, you have long attack range, right? Last game I was talking about how Sky has extra attack range over the Disruptor and kind of wins that trade. Now you have, you know, comparable range, but I think Sky's just better at dumping mana into damage on either Monkey or AA.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, is this one of these situations, like, obviously the hero pool is kind of depleted, that FNG says, okay, screw it. This is going to make my lane a little harder, but this is going to make our draft and game a little easier. Like AA is now blocking out a bunch of carry picks and mid picks, right?
It does. It also has some nice play later on that they have like Batrider Lasso into AA ulti or Monkey Setup into AA ulti. They have stuff that can combo with the AA ulti really well for bursting something in the mid-game pick-off game. But I think laning stage is so important here. And the big worry for me is that AA is unable to do one thing good that we saw last game, which is tank those concussive bolts from Skyrath. If you walk too far away as AA and sit back and trade, those shots are going to go on your Monkey. And then Scorched Earth and then Infernal Blade, Monkey can die in that lane. It's going to be a very, very high pressure lane. They're going to go back for the Magnus as well, so they get the Empower with the Monkey. Nice combo. And more teamfight, more lockdown. Not too much to say about this pick here. It works pretty well into whatever carry 9Pandas want to run themselves. Unfortunately, Monkey is not available for 9Pandas, as they already picked it themselves on VP.
Yeah, and that now pretty much solidifies our roles, right? Bat 4, Mag 3,
Yes.
5 AA, 1 Monkey King. Yeah, so we're going to have Bat Riders stacking a bunch in those Ancients for the Magnus, and a Terrorblade for 9Pandas. So grabbing up their carry now before the bans come out. It gives them a decent matchup into this Monkey King.
Yeah, and one of the only ways in the game to really manipulate your HP while you are AA ulted, you can Sunder even if you're AA ulted, so you can still heal, which is a very useful mechanic. And AA or Terrorblade does pretty well against Monkey King overall in the carry-to-carry matchup. That's not a terrible one, because you can always just pop the Metamorphosis and get a lot of illusions, and then the Wukong's command can even be tanked to some degree with the illusions. So I like the pickup of the TB here. I think it fits pretty well for 9Pandas. That leaves us with the mid lane. No team has showed what they're gonna do. Of course, VP banning out the Tinker and the Storm, whereas 9Pandas banning out that Squadix Void Spirit that I've been talking about. He likes playing it. I think Ember is a logical ban here, right? With Empower as well.
Would make sense. Well, the Pango is also still out there, slipped in the pool, so Ember available. Really curious to see what Kiyotaka goes for, but it is VP first, blind picking.
Yeah, scary to reveal your mid hero here with the big risk of being hard countered. I think it's quite likely he wants to go for the Ember again, go for comfort here, go what you have played a lot.
Dire team pick.
That is the most likely, and that's what they go for. So what does 9Pandas do knowing this? Is there a counter pick you have in mind?
Yeah, I mean, I have a few ideas against Ember, but yeah,
you're into an AA.
I'm not a fan of doing it into an AA though, so it's shielded.
10 seconds remaining.
Because we used to have this Necro Huskar, like Shadow Fiend was one.
Yeah, they're gonna go with Tiny.
Choose your
Not
hero.
really a hard counter, but it does set up their Sky and Lich. I think that's the more important thing as well for the draft here. They need to have a hero that can play with the Lich and Sky non-stop and make stuff happen. Yeah, like even imagine the AA wasn't there and you pick Huskar. It still doesn't really fit because Huskar doesn't initiate as well and like fight with the two supports. He kind of just goes from tower to tower and wants to push. Well, if TB wants to farm and Doom wants to farm, then that play doesn't work. So I like that they took a really active mid hero here, get some good disable, and now they have nice chain stun. They have the Doom. So even if you're playing this Ember Spirit here, which is good against the low armor Skywrath and the Lich, very, very squishy. Obviously, Tiny starts with no armor, but gets armor later. I think it can be risky for the Ember, so he has to be really on top of his game and deliver like he did in the last game.
It feels like it's going to be risky for everyone. Like, I'm looking at these two lineups side by side right now, and considering, the Empower Ember Spirit with an RP and an Ice Blast, a Lasso dragging into the Wukongs. And then on the other side, you've got the kind of individual target focus of Doom removes a hero from the fight, Avalanche Toss removes a hero from the fight, TB comes in and sunders someone. There's so many ways there to grab a target, pick them off, or get these big AoE wombo combos going, and we'll see how it all unfolds in front of us as Game 3 coming right around the corner. But first, the video from EGB.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
And here we go, the all-deciding single match. One game to go to Bali. And Waga, the good lucks are dropped. FNG and Solo, you're seeing the veterans of the Eastern European scene. Respect between these two teams as they are so close on the verge of victory.
Yeah, I mean, whoever goes here, they've been fighting hard for it, and they're in the same position here, same spot. The players, I'm sure, have nothing but respect for each other here as they say good lucks here in the final best of one deciding game. This is a lot of pressure. The first move out here, a little bit more aggressive from 9Pandas, swinging out and taking over the enemy territory. They are going to reveal themselves on this, though, as they go in and shut down a Watcher. That gives VP now the idea that, okay, you're down there, probably all 5 heroes down there. So, quick reactions. They adjust and try and take 2 for 2 runes. And Pandas, though, they're moving over.
Yeah, they're swinging out. Solo and Kiyotaka coming in behind FNG. Spot him with the Observer Ward and Frost Blast the AA. Blood Grenade. No, Avalanche or toss though, as we see the tree grab from Kiyotaka, trying to whittle away FNG and gets the kill. The first blood's there, but the cold feet with the damage over time out of the Bat Rider. And noticed Magnus looking like the Tiny's going to die, but on his way out grabs the Bounty Rune. In the meantime, Squadix fell to Antares Skywrath Mage. Yeah. 2 for 1, advantage 9Pandas.
And Solo is gonna take a quick little trip to base as well here as he used up some of his mana. Gonna die mid. Nobody was there to get the experience for the kill. Even though it gets credited over to the AA, he'll be happy to just be able to TP out on the lane. So 4 kills before the creeps touch. This is starting out to be a very nice high action game.
Yeah, I mean, the fighting continued top as well. Sayers got on top of the TB, threw a flame break at him, and getting under the skin of Ramses a little bit there as he returns to lane after all that early brawling. But now we have that moment of calm. People settle down, they're in their lanes, get some CS, get your farm. VP say, no, we're going to go aggressive again onto Solo. Let's chip away at the Lich.
I mean, this is just how Bat Riders play, always trying to poke, and he kind of has to go on Lich here, because otherwise Lich is just going to go on your Magnus, and then TB gets space to farm. Overall, this top lane should be going pretty heavily, in my opinion, over in the favor for the Lich and TB. I think they have the stronger lane, despite Bat Rider being very good at harassing. At least level 1, level 2, I think TB and Lich are dominating this lane.
Yeah, that opposing side lane as well. Ancient Apparition so far doing a decent job harassing back Miero and Antares while Monkey King gathers up all the last hits near his tower. As we do get a kill on Solo top, the Bat and Magnus pairing up.
It's the blood grenades. They get the blood grenade with the flame break, push him back, pull him back. So despite them actually being strong there, they find a nice timing window where they get level 2 on Magnus in time and just get that kill.
I was keeping my eyes on bottom constantly. Like FNG steps up, he gets whacked by the Sky and Doom. And Chilling Touch doing a fair amount of damage to Antares though, as they continue to trade blows. Up at top, Solo returning to the lane, puts himself in that position again where he's just bodyguarding Ramses. The father figure for your position 1 carry.
Yeah, mid lane.
Protect your son.
We have quite even trade right now in CS.
Miero? Sorry, never mind. Yeah, it looked closer than it was.
Yeah, I mean, the aggressive boundless strikes, they're making sure to put out some damage here on this lane. And FNG has traded up all his HP now against Antares, who tries to get a salve cancel here, not going to get vision in time. He's going to get the pull, though, and pull the creeps away. So a little bit of lane shenanigans going on here as the creeps get dragged over. Kirtik trying to follow as well. Not going to be in time, though. He has to just decide to go back. Probably going to pull his own creeps.
Yeah, for now, sat under tower. It's been a while since we've seen this lane dragging shenanigans go on. And 9Pandas realizing that they need to pull out all the stops, make things happen for themselves, keep this Doom farming, make sure Miero has a better time than he did in game 2. But Antares, he puts himself on the front lines, jumped upon by Kirtit and FNG. Get the Dingo stacks, and FNG. Oh, hang on a second. Skywrath Mage still going to get lapped on by the Monkey King with one more swipe of the staff. Takes him down, but that's given Doom a lot of room.
Yeah, he at least created the most amount of space he possibly could there on Skywrath. Even gets a nice little bolt out at the end. And Miero trying to get the pull here. Actually, I pull the creeps into the small camp since he had the Scorched Earth going. He would like to just keep moving with the creeps there, but Scorched Earth aggroed the neutral creeps, so he lost the creep wave here. A little bit unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I mean, noticed lying up on top of the TB, Firefly upon him, and Sayers there with the trade out in that top lane.
1 for 1.
Evolved, like this is such a hectic, frantic game.
Yeah, even mid lane they're trying to trade blows, but obviously both of them getting their HP back with the bottle quite easily here. Bottom lane again, this damage. Nice juke by the Monkey King.
Yeah,
Just
Glyph.
keeping the bolts.
Glyph on the creep wave as well to keep it alive under tower and keep Miero going, but he's given Jingu onto Kiritich. There's no boundless strike, and they know that. Another concussive shot's going to come. The Arcane Bolt. Ooh,
Juked
dodge
it.
of the concussive shot. Nice mischief play there.
Yeah, he dodged 2 in a row there, so if he didn't dodge either of them, he would have been dead.
Doom with the heal heal amplification aura and the heal out of the little troll from the forest.
Yeah, Doom has to be careful here as well. He's taking a lot of damage from FND on his AA, really trying to show. And look at that, getting caught a little bit.
Yeah,
It's a bit
2-man.
freeze.
2-man boundless looked a little annoying for them, but I turn back. Concussive shot on the bolts. Kiritich going to jump in with a primal spring, and Miero. We're feeling the pain here of this Monkey King. Ooh, does pop a heal on himself. Quite a hefty one, in fact. But now the Jingu's up. Monkey King getting juked around the trees. The Doom breaking ankles. Where's Miero heading? Left? Right? He doesn't quite know himself.
Yeah,
He's
start off
trying to
cooldown now.
wander through. In we come,
He
and the
got him.
boundless strike is there. Kill him off in the end.
Wow, that looked like he might survive, but then he didn't know where to run as well to try and get out of there. And Monkey King just kind of wrapped back, found him in the end. TP mid now, bottle refill by FNG. Gonna help Squadix a little bit, give him back his bottle as well before leaving. We'll just
Yeah,
take it and go
please.
back bottom.
And Squadix doing some cool stuff, slight dodging the tree tosses from Kiyotaka, maxing out this flame guard, so pushing out this wave, feeling very tanky against the tiny combos, as Kiyotaka also gets a bottle refill from one of his supports.
Yeah, I think this lane doesn't really have a clear edge in terms of just a 1v1. And 3 heroes from 9Panda check top rune. Dangerous for Batrider.
And Kiyotaka's there with the avalanche toss, magic damage from the sky, Invis rune grabbed up by Antares as they turn onto Squadix for a little bit of chip damage. But that'll come to an end now. Right here, a boundless strike down at bottom. Monkey King with Jingu stacks on him, but Miero seems like he's tanking through this enough. And speaking of Miero, skipping out on the Vanguard, rushing directly into Hand of Midas this time.
I think it's smart. I don't think Vanguard does anything for you in the lane. Bottom now.
Yeah,
Antares.
Sky. Not a chance.
That hurt so much. Just getting right-click down there slowly. Can't really live against an Ember level 6 jumping you.
Yeah, all he
Does
wanted
mean
to
that
do
they're
was...
abandoning bottom lane now, essentially. Like, they tried to fight for bottom lane, but Monkey King ultimately proves too strong. They got something out of it, but still, Miero back to the spot of just full jungle doom.
Yeah, across the board, a second ago we had 3 Radiant heroes top of the net worths. Ember, he's 1 mid, Monkey King's 1 bottom, and Magnus is going even in net worth with a Terrorblade, which we'd consider a victory for him. Looking very good for VP in this early stage of the game. And this is where the lanes all start to break down, though.
Look at Batrider. He's getting to take the big camp stack as well. That is triple stacked up here. He's getting a lot of gold from it.
It does leave the Magnus isolated as Miero dies to the Monkey King. Magnus gets gone on by the Lich TB and Skywrath Mage. There it is. Even with the raindrops, he gets blasted by the Lich Frost Blast.
So he was like, well, there's nothing I could have done by that. You know, I could have flame break them away, but you see, I'm busy farming. You're not the offlaner, I am.
There's so much money to be had. Yeah, he's sat down at 1600 on the bat. Yeah, needs to pick things up quickly. 1 more stack is the 8-minute rune about to spawn. Squadix looking top, but it's the tiny with a DD rune bottled now.
Yeah. Kiyotaka so far getting pretty lucky. The top rune spawn when they check top, and the bottom rune spawn when he checked bottom. So far, Squadix probably pretty annoyed in this game, as Ember is very rune dependent.
Yeah, very miffed. It does take a lot here from 9Pandas, though, to come in and guard the rune, get some D-wards. Both supports playing very tight to each other. And not yet level 6 or anything yet. So look, Solo's about halfway through 5. Antares just cracked level 5. I do get a deep ward as well.
I mean, looks like 9Pandas, they have a move in mind here. Going together with a tiny DD rune on him. But they did move down bottom and then crossing over where there's fishing. Kiritich doesn't realize though.
Yeah, gets off a mischief to dodge some of the damage. Tossed around by Kiyotaka with his DD rune up, and Squadix arriving with a slight chains. Kiyotaka still dies to the tree toss as the big bone claps him down. Now, Squadix and FNG just trying to zone away the tiny, stop the fighting from continuing, but with Miero's arrival, he shows up on the scene of the crime and slices into the ancient apparition. 2 swift kills there from 9Pandas, and Terrorblade. He's low HP under the Firefly. Verdurous Dale on the floor as the golden green. Not sure if that's his or someone else's, but it was healing up.
I have to say something here. I'm a little bit questioning the skill build I noticed. He's going for 0 point RP, and I think that Terrorblade could have died there with an RP. Like, he was standing on Firefly, he was down to 300 HP, throw an RP into that as well, a few right clicks, burn from Firefly. Bottom, we see Miero get killed off. And, they're gonna chase down Solo as well, it looks like.
Yeah, just keep jumping over these trees. You've got Jingo up on the Monkey King. Concussive shot's annoying, but he's got the reach with the long staff. But yeah, you're right, Magnus. No points in RP at level 7. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to full farm jungle and like try and get back into the game, but if they're doing that and then they try to go for that play on Terrorblade, and you just feel awful not having it. So, it feels a little bit awkward.
Yeah, I guess silver lining is they know he's popped meta and he's not been comfortable. Ramsey's ready to go jungle at this point anyway, closing in on 5k net worth. And he's going to be the key to unlock the game here for 9Pandas. That carry matchup against the Monkey King.
I haven't talked about this, but you know, I find it interesting. I studied Japanese, right, in school, and we have noticed versus Miero, and Miero means to be seen.
Oh, really?
So this is kind of a showdown between the 2 offlaners who want to be seen. And who will be seen at the major, we'll find out after the stream.
Oh, that's great. It's those little tidbits. You made my day. I'm sure you made someone in chat's day as well.
I don't know if they're related at all in terms of these names, you know, but it's kind of funny to me.
The deep player lore. These guys grew up together from the age of 7.
Oh my god, separated at birth. Secretly brothers, now fighting.
Long lost twins fighting over the off lane. Jump in from Kiyotaka, finds Squadix with a quick blow up there. Yeah, Ember Spirit disappears.
Our soap opera. He's out. Squadix gonna be replaced
Solo
soon.
taken out top. Tower gone. Noticed. Clears out that tier 1 objective. Monkey King also rotating in here. Some very quick moves, getting them out on the map. That's good though. Yeah, we've got Panda Bear against Polar Bear, noticed against To Be Seen.
Yep.
FNG against Solo. All these little matchups.
And for now, it seems like VP getting a little bit of a better trade on the map, getting more space, but you have that concern. There's a TB in this game, and he's farming away. Even though you're ahead of him in net worth for now, I would say this is a bigger problem than last game, where Ramses was playing his Naga trying to farm up. The Terrorblade fits nicer into the gameplay over here. I think Naga had a tough time overall, but mids, save. Just getting away with it, pushing out the lane here on his Batrider as 9Pandas swing in.
Yeah, with the Naga, you
didn't farming.
Yeah, just gather up and farm. With the Naga, you didn't have that feeling of imminent looming doom. It was like, okay, she's a Naga, she's farming, it's a bit annoying, but we'll deal with her. This Terrorblade on the other hand, I mean, him and the Doom himself, just evil lurking in the shadows. Now he comes out of the forest, shows his face in the mid lane, says hello to the tier 1. Now, does this force a reaction from VP?
It sure does. They're coming over.
Going in to try and fight with the RP. Noticed. Ice Blast in on top. Mystic Flare down. Noticed dead. Solo's going to get caught out here by Squadix with a slight chains clipping Ramses. The TB's low but not out just yet, but he can't turn to Sunder. He's dead to the Monkey King's pounce forward. Now 9Pandas getting run at. 2 heroes down. Huntress might be the 3rd, but they can't quite catch up to him.
Yeah, they kind of cut the tree for Kiertic there with the Batrider. That's an oopsie. It will happen sometimes. But very nice kill that they claimed there on the TB. I thought maybe he can get the Sunder out, but the Echo Saber double hit from the Monkey as well. Trigger the AA ulti, and that was it. He's out. So fantastic fight. Even though he went down for his RP, noticed, got a really good initiation there. And we see the value of having that blink, right? A lot of offlaners on Magnus, they forego this blink dagger. They just want to go for a right-click farming build, but I like the fact that he has Blink. I think this enables them to take control of the map a little bit, and it doesn't hinder your farm that much. You just go back for Echo Saber afterwards, and you'll farm just fine. Looks like he's going to pipe this game though, so a full fighting mitigation build.
Okay. Yeah, we've seen Collapse do it a lot when it makes sense to do it. And Pure, the other topic, I guess, around this situation does like the heavier farming style, but when you've got 2 carries in the Monkey and the Ember Spirit, I guess it does make even more sense just to go utility. Yeah. Let the Ember and Monkey scale heavily.
I mean, it allows them to do what they did there. Protect objectives. That was a meta used, and they still have all their tier 1 towers on the side of VP. Holding those outer points is really, really important. Now, this could be dangerous, though, if they stick around bottom. Looks like they're wisely gonna leave. So there is a deep ward, and 9Pandas are making a move, smoke move, to try and take bottom area.
Dire are scanning.
Monkey King and Magnus. Well, that isn't the... I thought that courier was the Monkey King, but it's not. That's just his...
Well, he was a courier earlier, so...
He was. I thought they were just walking together, getting across, but no, Monkey King's already farming Ancients. He's going to have his Maelstrom delivered.
Yeah, full Maelstrom Echo Saber complete. Very good timing at 15 minutes. Kirtik again off to a good start, just like last game.
Ember has his Maelstrom, so plenty here to deal with the TB, his illusions, and also just added magic damage against Sky and Lich, who are reasonably squishy. Hell, even the Tiny, you know, he gets armor out of Grow. He's meant to be tanky against right clickers, but Maelstrom adds up.
Yeah, Maelstrom is very useful there. And mid, they're gonna try and catch Tiny here.
Notice has the blink with a shockwave. RP is ready. Chain Frost in onto Squadix and Notice, and that Mystic Flare is a good one. Allows Kiyotaka to toss, but the RP still comes. Notice gets the connection and survives that bolt as Squadix charges in towards Antares. Another chain, the Slight in 2. The Ancient Seal silences him up. Miero, Ramses,
they're killing everyone.
Trying to aim for this Ember Spirit, but they're just being danced around. Their graves being run over by VP.
Yeah, they just couldn't really play around anything there. They tried to run away with the Tiny. Using a stun early means that he can't set up anymore. Doom is nowhere to be found during this. He didn't go for an early fighting item. He's actually bought a Blink Dagger now, so he is adapting to the game, trying to match the impact that the Magnus is having. So Blink available Doom. And I think we need to get something big for his reveal now, because the game is slipping. VP are getting an advantage every single engagement here.
Yeah, 9Pandas, they need tier 1s, they need a team fight. There's some vision down bottom for them to play into, and they see Sayosh with the Batrider having Blink already.
Yeah,
5 heroes.
Target. He wants to push bottom. He's been doing it all game. He kind of just walks out and tries to shove a lane. He's got to take some Lotuses here, but the moment he goes for the creep wave here, I think they should be prepared for it as they saw him come out bottom.
Yeah, he's not even going to show right now.
They haven't seen too many other heroes. That's why they're not diving already.
Where's he gone? Oh, Batrider. He blinked into the waiting arms of Miero and Kiyotaka.
The moment the AA showed mid and the Ember showed top, that's when they blinked in immediately and punished this Batrider for being here. So you can't play on 3 lanes in Dota, you will lose some hero. That's exactly what they're trying to do. VP getting a little bit too spread out there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Scanning up in that top left corner, maybe thinking that 9Pandas would twin gate and head up towards Roche. That's not the plan right now, though. Try and keep Kiyotaka farming. Tiny, definitely one of these heroes that we've seen slip down the net worth board if he doesn't have that perfect chain of events.
He can. He definitely can. He can fall off. I mean, not many people will buy Shard for him and just try to farm as well. He has his Blink Echo, and the rest of his items will come from fighting. Trying to check top room, but there's a lot of heroes from VP.
Hello. Arcane for Notice. Toss back. Sayosh in. Gets the lasso on Kiyotaka and his Ice Blast. Over the top of 9Pandas. Going to allow Notice to run forward, but he still dies to the Chain Frost thrown by Solo. So Magnus for Tiny. Still not bad for VP, as Magnus, he'll respawn and still have RP.
Yeah, that's very good for them. They get a nice little engagement. Good reaction. Because they had people sitting behind protecting the rune. And you can't really blame Tiny either for making that play. If you're over in the, Kiyotaka's shoes, you would probably do the same thing, because you have to go for these moves, and power runes are essential. Without power runes, you can't really surprise your opponent with too much impact. And This game, it's feeling like it's getting more and more solidified here that VP are in good spot to control it. The TB is the only problem that they have brewing, though.
I mean, Ramsey 0, 2, and 4 right now hasn't had the chances really to get the impact going from his net worth into damage, into kills.
Yeah. The BKB on Ember is 500 gold away from completing, so when that comes up, I expect him to start making moves around Ember. Right now, he's just playing the side lanes and trying to farm up items. I mean, on the side of 9Pandas, I mean, they have the blink on Doom. They need that big value from it.
They clipped the Monkey King up top with an avalanche. He didn't show himself, was up in the trees, bound to striking creep waves. He gets himself out scot-free. But yeah, this timing's pretty big, and that's why Batrider we see getting smoked, getting ready. They know that preparation time is almost over. They've got double BKBs on their cores. And they're ready to fight.
Yeah, they're coming down bottom now, 9Pandas. Going into the smoke of VP here. Might see a fight.
Yeah, just the Doom and Sky for now. Watcher, they're going to get reclaimed.
They're going deeper. They're looking for this TB. They really want to find him.
Ramses. Where
They will
are
settle for
you?
anything, though. If they can't get him, they're going to look for this Doom, who is just on the lane. Squadix.
Oh, Miero blinks straight into them. He chucks the Doom at notice, but with the Ice Blast there, Squadix makes short work of him. Kiyotaka TP down here, has Antares by his side. And not looking for a proper fight, though.
Look at that, running forward while doomed. He wants to make the play.
And look at Squadix, yeah, just double Remnant onto Antares Sky. Sinister Gaze back into the Ancient Seal, but he's got that BKB. Full protection for Squadix to jump around with a sleight of fist. The Avalanche toss, though, clearing out noticed.
Oh no, he got
Wukong
the
was cancelled out. Monkey King down
Oh,
from the tree.
no.
The Chain Frost bouncing in. Oh no, VP, what have you done?
Oh,
Oh
my.
no.
That was the most unfortunate tree cut I've ever seen. It was the Fire Remnant flew over it.
Oh,
The timing was awful, and the precision of that was awful. That was just straight up unfortunate. You can't even really blame the Ember for like doing that wrong. It all happened at the same time, and it's a very precise tree cut when you jump over with Fire Remnant like that.
I mean, that's just the wind beating out of their sails.
Oh,
Ramsey's going to get Torment, Wisdom Rune for solo.
This is exactly what 9Pandas want, though. Oh,
Ice
look at
Blast.
the A ulti.
This is
Yeah.
huge. Oh my god.
They can't do it. They gotta disengage. Run.
Ramsey.
Run. He almost got the snipe there. If he sent it a little bit earlier, he would have gone a Lich kill, but then
Yep.
maybe he wouldn't have threatened the Terrorblade this much. TB almost going down to that. I love the FNG tries that. We don't see too much AA played ever since the introduction of Phylactery. The Tormentors. There's a lot of new stuff. We haven't seen too much AA played, but I have seen the few AAs I have seen. They've really enjoyed doing this, sending the random AA ultis towards Tormentor.
No, see if anybody's home. Yeah, I mean, that team fight, I was getting ready to, start thinking about calling it. It was looking like that fight could have put VP in good stead to get Roshan, not calling the game completely, but get Roshan, get tier 2s, put themselves in a real solid position there.
Every bit counts a lot, right? And that was the turnaround from VP being in the driver's seat to now both of them kind of going like, okay, I'm running the show. No, I'm running the show. It's now very competitive. And Monkey commits ulti here, but will probably be able to secure the kill. The A ulti should do it. Very
Nice snipe.
precise. I was close to him getting away though, with the Force Staff and the Pavis. Almost got himself to safety.
Radiant are scanning.
FNG gonna be happy with that kill.
And Miero gets out of that bottom lane as Sayosh was hunting a little bit. The rest of VP still up in that top part of the map around the top jungle.
FNG is looking, he's hunting for wards with his gem that he got early on the AA. So, really scouting. Didn't find the ward in the dark jungle here. Didn't have time to get deep enough.
I mean, 9Pandas still building up this next round of items. Echo Saber going to be rebuilt by Kiyotaka pretty shortly after finishing off his BKB. Doom, we've got the Octarine, BKB for him is coming up. And Terrorblade skipping over that debuff immunity, going straight into damage. Ramses wants a Daedalus.
I like it. I don't think the BKB really changes much for you if you're playing as Batrider, Magnus, and Wukong's command as a Terrorblade. Like, for him, it's not that impactful. For Doom, it's still a great tool to have. For Tiny, it's still very nice. So they can play on the front line, but the Terrorblade is more about getting damage and having those illusions be as strong as possible. So straight into a Daedalus, maybe even a Nullifier, or possibly go for the Butterfly next. Make it difficult for Monkey to match you. Big play here, trying to go down towards bottom by 9Panda. It is a blind move, though. Not so easy to find the correct angle here. Instead, going for the top rune play.
Yeah, less than a minute until nighttime. So Roshan is about to swap homes. Go from this luxury summer resort with all the jet skis and paragliding and head up top where do a bit of skiing.
Yeah, gotta have multiple homes here. Roche, he's been in the Dota game for 2 decades now. He should have at least 2 homes.
I don't think he owns them. I think they're all timeshares.
Oh god, oh no. You're saying he's just stuck with them?
Yes.
He inherited them. Oh no.
Indebted forever.
God.
Oh,
Suffering is real.
Kiyotaka jumps in for Creep Wave, gets Lasso Ice Blasted, gets out his BKB and buys a little bit of time for himself to run away, but look at the chase from the Ember. Squadix in, but the Stomp on the Doom. Miero finds his target. Keeps on his man and kills off Squadix.
Ultimately, both the mid laners going down and nothing else really happening too much there. Some ultis expanded and the Metamorphosis used for Terrorblade. Still great vision behind here for Radiant. They have these deep wards not being dewarded yet.
Yeah, we still have Blink RP Wukongs as well. Empowered Monkey King leading out, gets on top of Solo as he shows his face. Pavis and Force Staff, a little bit of space with Miero's Blink War Stomp as well. VP feeling comfortable with their move forward. The Chain Frost gonna stop bouncing, and Monkey King is considering a Wukong's there, gets out his BKB, but the fight is cut short.
TB joining there is scary because his meta is almost out, so you don't really want to force a big engagement, because without meta you are way weaker as Terrorblade. So back to farming for him, and that means they're now going for a re-smoke on VP, chasing down, trying to get something. They have a deep ward.
Oh.
They see the Terrorblade. They see him.
They see the real one. They know exactly where Ramses is, so they just Blink RP, Ice Blast, follow through, kitchen sink, everything you could want to kill off that demon beast in the jungle. Squadix was hunting for the +1 as well, but Antares, fortunately for the Skywrath Mage, got a haste rune.
Yeah, managing to get out of there, but losing your Terrorblade, really, really big loss there. At least, I mean, if you're gonna spin it positively for him, he died with meta off cooldown, or like on cooldown, so this is time that he wouldn't be that strong either way. He would just be farming, but just farming is not just farming to a carry. It is your livelihood. It's what you want to do. Wait, they're going through a portal?
Hello! We're here now! Kiyotaka, what are you up to? He goes up to the portal and finds 4 VP members. Everybody gets out kind of unscathed, but the BKB expended.
That's a pretty funny moment. Tiny wanted to go bottom, but then realized, wait, someone's coming through the portal. Has to stun BKB, get out. They're fighting this? They don't have TB yet, and they don't have BKB Tiny.
Yeah, I mean, they're going on the Magnus with a Blink and a Doom. The Chain Frost from Solo gonna catch onto Kiritich, but stops on the Magnus. The Force Staff back. Notice is out of there, and now the Doom's in trouble. Isolated, surrounded by the Ember and Monkey King, as Ramses joins the fight just with a reflection and a flick of his wrist. Has meta ready now. This is all about guarding Roshan for 9Pandas at this point.
Just extends the amount of time before they can fight. Losing Doom now, going in with TB, meta.
Unless Kiyotaka makes the move aggressively onto Seyush. Wukong's down with a boundless on TB. Ramsey's very tanky inside the circle and still has Sunder to play with as Kiyotaka's slain by Squadix. Emma Spirit having such a free time. Gets a double kill as the Lich crumbles and buybacks galore. Everybody looking at this Roche pit, getting into the top left corner and fighting. A battle royale is all around this Roche pit as Ramses is looking for a Sunder target.
DP just need to chill right now. Again, TB meta is gonna run out in a little bit. They could start Roche, but don't get caught in a Roche pit too early. Now they waited probably long enough. The meta only 10 seconds more duration roughly. He's probably not gonna join. They do have the wards right outside to get it covered. And 9Pandas, they don't want to give this away, but they don't have too much of a choice. I think they're gonna have to just retreat here.
Yeah, they break ranks. It's time to back up. Nobody wants to be there anymore.
That was not the time to initiate. The jump by Doom there, when Terrorblade is so far away, I'm sure the Terrorblade was really upset there. Ramses wanted to join the fight. He's been dead for a long time, finally walking towards the fight, and then the initiation happens when he's about 20 seconds away. It's tough to watch from his perspective, because he just wanted to fight.
Yeah, I guess fortunately they'll have this Doom back up thanks to Octarine Core. I say, kind of ready to go again when that meta is back up in 60 seconds. And now you're looking at Monkey King with Aegis. Spooky prospect to fight into this Monkey King.
Yeah, now he can just go onto Terrorblade, fight him, try and trade down HP, you know, maybe force out the Sunder. And so what if you die? So what if they blink in and doom you or combo you with Skywrath or whatever? You can always BKB when you respawn. At least until there's going to be something like Aghanims on Doom, that is. Doom going for Travels next. He's going to get caught here, though.
He sure is. BKB TP. Miero gets RP'd. Notice stops him in his tracks. The War Stomp there, but no chance to blink or anything like that with Ice Blast on him.
Batrider and Ember, or Batrider and Monkey, looking for something on mid lane as well. Meanwhile, just trying to get something, but don't want to jump into Skywrath plus Lich and Tiny. Probably a little bit too much for just the two of them to handle.
Dire's bottom tower is
Either
under
not
attack.
spawns. Leave it for the Ember.
Again, it's the situation. 30 minutes in, 1k lead. There's nothing in it in terms of net worth difference, but it still has that feeling to it. Inevitability for this Virtus.pro side with their aggression, these teamfight execution moments where you think, okay, 9Pandas kind of off their groove this series, and VP are exploiting that to perfection.
Yeah, Ramses is going for a BKB now as well. I'm not sure that's right. I think he may need Butterfly to try and have a timing where he can man-fight Monkey and Monkey can't fight him. But this is very, very dangerous. Like, BKB doesn't really solve the problems that he has right now. A lot of the heroes can just still burst him. It does give him a window of being a little bit safer, and it helps him try and get that Sunder out. But I think VP are in a very good spot to just take this late game if he commits for this BKB.
Yeah. I was watching mid for the trick, by the way. Ember Spirit didn't try on the Tiny there. Caught up in the creep wave. And now Tiny, he's come back down to bottom lane. Nearly getting Shockwave skewered, but it's Heritage just going to place down his Wukong's command. Bit of zonal control there as they back up to claim the Tormentor instead.
Yeah, so now stealing away the Tormentor here from the enemy side. Get the Batrider that shard. Pretty useless on Batrider, I'm not gonna lie. It's, you know, not great on supports overall, but he does have quite a bit of item progression here on Bat. He's almost as farmed as his offlaner, so it at least doesn't disarm him anymore, and now he can apply more fire stack during the lasso.
Yay. TB Illusions proving a little challenging to kill. Maelstrom Strikes will help out.
Double damage.
Yeah, the single target damage of Ember is not the best. He's been focusing on the right targets. He's been going on backline, killing those squishy supports, making sure to abuse the Doom and the Tiny whenever he can as well. But he's not the one who's going to be focusing up on killing Terrorblade. They need the RP for that, they need the Wukongs, maybe even Lasso. A lot of their ultis have to be focused towards him.
Oh yeah, he's doing a tremendous job. Like I'm having difficulties, and I'm watching the observer screen. We're following the primary fight, the main one where it's Monkey King against Terrorblade, the big showdown.
And then
meanwhile,
two heroes die in the back line.
Exactly on the side of my screen, Squadex kill, Squadex double kill, Squadex triple. Like, oh god, what's happening over there?
Yeah, he's definitely finding his way in there, and he went Blink Dagger on Ember, so that even helps him to try and achieve that even more. Interesting item choice here, and I think he completely understands his task at just ignoring the Terrorblade and try to find always the Lich and the Skywrath and disjoint them, and then the fight can be pretty easy. It gets very straightforward when you break down the support cast first.
Yeah, get that numbers advantage, run over your opponents. No survivors.
Yeah, no defensive tools as well, right? There's that they take away the glimmers, force staffs, all that. Just be able to kill the Terrorblade more easily. And right now, 9Pandas are just kind of stuck in their base a lot. They're getting out on the map a bit with Kiyotaka, but tough for them to get out and farm the map beyond the TB illusions.
Yeah, like Kiyotaka's looking at this Silver Edge. That's a good kind of starting point as we head into late game. Always going to be looking at the Aghanim Scepter, though, as that be-all, end-all fight-winning item. But 9Pandas going to use this time to smoke, grouping up as 4, showing Tiny mid, and Monkey King breaks the smoke on Lich. Aegis is gone, so the jump on the Monkey King could be a big one for 9Pandas. They doom him up, but a BKB came out first. Ember going deep, but now deciding to Remnant to safety. Shiny Golden of Squadix retreating back to high ground as 9Pandas, they popped their meta, they were ready to fight, they spent the doom, and they're not going to get a single damn thing out of it.
Oh,
Kiritich, he's still here. Monkey King goes with the Wukongs. Tiny's there, but lassoed up. The RP from Notice. The TB caught up with the Doom, and the Kiritich is opening up on them, but the Monkey King's
nice
low.
Sunder.
He's going to die. The Sunder of the damage from the TB allows Ramses to stand and fight. He's delivering, but another skewer. Notice, he's there with some damage on Ramses. The TB's too strong. Ramses too powerful, but Squadix even stronger. The double kill from TB, the buybacks from Sky and Doom, they'll come to naught in the end. VP still stands strong on this high ground as FNG kills off Solo. Another Ice Blast. Sky from the back. Doom will stand, fight and die. No buyback for him as poor old Sky. Antares. He can't hide from this. They've got the reveal. The Mystic Flare is going to annoy them, but it is relentless from VP. I think Andres is still going to get a kill here. Sayur's gone. Ember Spirit back in. Squadix takes him down. Closer in the end than I thought it would possibly be.
Well, that was very, very close to him being able to get both. Ember secures the 2 gems here. Backpacks his Melst. What a crazy fight. We have 9 people dead. The field is empty right now. Just Squadix running around on the field of bodies all over here. That was a buyback from him as well, so we had a ton of heroes going down. Buybacks used by Doom and Skywrath. This was very, very costly, but ultimately a win for VP. But we saw moments there of how the TB can hard carry. You saw the true terror in the Monkey King as he realized, wait, I'm not winning this fight. We're not bringing him down. They used the RP. They used a lot of tools to try and lock him down. TB survived, got a great Sunder out on the Lich, and turned the fight out around from there.
13 deaths. 13 deaths in a single team fight.
That was the biggest fight of the entire DPC here.
Yeah. Absolutely wild stuff. Oh, now, I mean, it's a victory for VP. We're looking at, 9Pandas delaying things, buying a bit more time, looking at the next Roche, which could be up in 30 seconds as the fastest spawn. Oh my god, so much comes down to this Ember Spirit getting in there, getting out, causing chaos. Noticed with these big RPs landing, looked good.
Yeah, I mean, now a lot of it comes down to the buybacks, right? So the buyback status of who can you pick off that's going to have a big impact. So in that fight, tons of heroes were forced to use their buybacks, but now if you can possibly find the Ember or the Doom with that buyback, that would be massive. Skywrath, while not as big of a target, still is pretty impactful at this stage. If you get a kill on the support with that buyback, that could lead to Roche, could lead to more control.
Yeah, especially with these fights kind of dragging out for as long as they are. These are minute, 2 minute long fights. You wait out the BKBs. Skywrath Mage, his efficacy has increased quite a bit.
Finishing up his refresher now, by the way. He is very, very close. He doesn't have the entire thing yet. He needs the extra gold. I was going off old recipe, but they increased the recipe cost for the Cornucopias.
So expensive now.
He needs 500 gold more, 600.
Any creeps for Midasing? Ah, there's one. Oh, and a tier 4 token. Yeah, I'll take that.
He's noticed here, maybe?
He
didn't just quite see him.
Solo will.
Awkward.
Walks forward and wards, and then, a bit awkward.
Everybody around. Same place, same fight. Let's go.
Yeah, Radiant have vision up here. Dire have vision here. 9Pandas cutting across the map, though. Getting themselves into a position where they can cut waves and stop the push.
Yeah. And using the TB illusions, that puts timing pressure here on VP. They have a good position to hold around the Roche, but the TB illusions will force out some form of reaction. You don't have a creep wave top anymore. Next creep wave is being cut. Mid is being pushed in. VP are uncomfortable where they're sitting right now.
Hey, you can see the pings there. The Doom saying, hey, we've got this spot. Let's just wait. Wait near the staircases. I'll send TB illusions to scout out Roche, see what's happening in the pit.
Yeah, both teams are cutting the wave, so there's nothing going on top. I think TB could send illusions again towards mid, just knock on that door on the mid tower, but using them, of course, to scout top, also valuable. This is so tentative right now. Like, this moment can decide absolutely everything.
Oh, I'm repositioning on my seat. I'm getting ready for this one. I was on the edge there after the last fight, slipping off my Marcus IKEA chair. Best chair ever, by the way. As VP come in, smoked up around the Lotus pool. And Teres Miero, smoke breaks, Wolf Stomp not going to work. He couldn't blink. It was cancelled by the vortex of the AA, I believe, before the BKB came out. And now, all the horn toss into Skewer. Miero dooms out the Magnus. Get out the BKB in the Chain Frost, bouncing into the AA and Monkey King. But where's the Terrorblade? He's stuck on the right-hand side of the fight. Notice still alive with a Doom on him, and the Monkey King slices Miero down. Finally, Magnus dies, but Ramsey's in trouble. He's stunned up and controlled. He gets the Mantis Sunder off. No fucking way Ramses could do this one. Oh my god, with a sinister gaze and that connection. The RP. Notice he's turning back on him. Ramsey's dead, and VP, it looked disastrous for them, but they're still standing and fighting with a skewer on Kiyotaka. Seuss gets the double kill. Solo last man standing. He'll die in the end. Monkey and Ember both sacrificing their lives for a team fight win.
They win the team fight, and in an amazing fashion here. They lost 3 heroes, but they fought back unnoticed. However, they don't have their mid or carry. They can't just take Roach here. So they're actually gonna just push lanes, and then it's not really back to square one, but it's back to no real massive advantage gained. That's crazy though. That meta was, or that Sunder was absolutely crazy. I did not think he was gonna get the Manta and Sunder off, but Sunder is pretty much instantaneous there after the Manta. He got his HP back. This game is delivering, man. This is a good one.
It's wild stuff. And Notice buys back, comes in with a clutch RP.
If it all started off, that would have been completely over there. Terrorblade would have just cleaned up house. He would have killed the Batrider and AA as well with the help of the Skyrath there. But now that keeps them in the game, keeps them in a good position here on the side of VP. As Terrorblade, of course, he's supposed to reign supreme in the late game, but these fights are proving difficult. There's a lot of things to do, and he had to walk through an entire Wukong's command there, taking quite a bit of damage from these soldiers now. As the Daedalus is complete on Monkey King, the soldiers hit really hard.
I'm just thinking back to like how that fight started. The Ice Vortex on the Doom to stop the blink. I think that's what it was. This new shard, or I guess newish shard on the AA as well, giving that shatter stun on the TB that looked like it would have killed him, but not quite as he got that Manta Sunder off.
Again, coming down bottom, Ember just now respawning, but everyone already positioned together on 9Pandas. They're shoving out the lane. VP.
Toss Roshan a bone. Singer's ready. Dire Ward up near the Twin Gate. Spots Squadix.
Doom going in.
They've got a sentry there. They know there's high ground vision, and Doom just goes straight in on the Monkey King. And they've already spent a lot here, and Kirtich getting blown up. The Monkey King dead for 100, traded for the Doom, but Ramsey's allowed to stand his ground.
Yeah, buyback.
In the back, the Ember Spirit getting tossed around. Squadix in trouble. The Sinister Gaze and the damage from the TB clears him out. Ramsey still has a Sunder to play with as well. As VP lose the Ember, buyback Monkey King. He jumps in with his Boundless Strike, trying to go deep. Doesn't get out the Wukongs, but now he spent his BKB. Kiyotaka, he's caught out a little bit in the tree line, but he's still got his debuff immunity to get up the staircase, safe and sound. And 9Pandas, they found themselves back in the driving seat of this game. Doom buyback, Roshan alive. They know this is their chance to strike.
Ember's buyback too. He can join at any moment.
The TB jumps in. The blink and the Sunder. Kiritich Boundless Strike into the middle of them.
Ramsey's
the focus, the focal point of the fight. Ramsey's TB getting moved around by Notice. The Monkey King getting tossed out. They lose that. Monkey King and this Ember and AA, they're struggling. Squadix is going to die. Slide dodges the bone, but he's gone in the end. And Ramses reigns supreme. Stands tall. The multi-toss on the Batrider. And Ancient Apparition doomed and sent packing.
Oh my god, they're gonna get him too. I think they've done it with no buyback on Monkey King, no buyback on Ember, no buyback on AA. I think they finally done it. I think we may have our major contenders here. 9Pandas, after a lot of hectic fights, they have all their heroes alive with 3 down without buyback here. VP, they don't want to call it yet, but I think they already know this is starting to look over, Gareth, and I think those fights were absolutely crazy. The initiation by Doom jumping on the monkey there. They're still gonna try. buyback from Batrider, but
structures are fortified.
you need a miracle at this point.
Radiant's bottom tower is
My
under
goodness, Ramses the Great. The 19th dynasty of Dota 2 in the Eastern European
has fallen.
region. This Terrorblade looking supreme as he comes to claim the Radiant base. 3 heroes down, as you said, with no buybacks, and this Magnus, poor notice, he's gonna get drained of his life. Down he falls. He's gone for 2 minutes, and that's it. Game 3 for 9Pandas. They've secured themselves that spot at the Barley Major. Very likely secure themselves a spot at TI with their DPC points as well. It was
Big
close though.
congratulations. Well
Props
played.
to VP.
A little jump in here, a lasso, desperation lasso, but it's not gonna be. Actually, wait, hold up.
Back to
look at them.
regen.
Oh, they
The
don't have
couriers.
that.
The couriers.
Under attack.
They can't. They don't have creeps. Gareth.
Die creep wave's coming.
Oh, the creeps in time. Yeah,
The die creep is coming.
The creeps are in time. Yeah.
They've got it.
They were trying with the couriers, but the couriers are holding. Look at the
Fake
jungle
comeback.
creep wave.
FNG waits until the last moment. 1 HP on the throne remains, and he calls the GG.
Yeah.
Goodness
Finally-
gracious me.
Finally, it's over. They tried until the very end. VP put up a hard fight here in a great series and a fantastic game 3 between them and 9Pandas. Ultimately, some crazy fights there. You could break down a lot of things here and study this replay. There was some fun stuff going on. The initiations, the counter initiations, the cancelled initiations. But at the end of the day, going late game here, Terrorblade, he turned out to be big and bad enough to stand his ground as well. And the impact of Doom, while he may have died early in some of these fights as well towards the end, he got those Dooms out on Monkey, he got the Dooms onto the Ember, and that is just fight winning. It's devastating. So massive congrats to 9Pandas, man. What a game.
Absolutely incredible stuff. So that's going to be them in 3rd place, securing themselves at the Barley Major, and that's going to give them 200 DPC points. So putting them at what, 1,196, which is 5 points away from the cutoff. But with the way the cutoff works, you know, you go to the major, it basically secured TI at this point. 9Pandas, yeah, looking incredibly good. My God, what a series though. I mean, again, props to VP coming into this and showing, you know, how close they are. They are inches away from being a top 3 team in this region.
Yeah, they are. I mean, definitely. And it was hard fought, man. It feels tough almost to watch VP because in game 2, they came back in such a big way. Game 1 was very difficult for them. And game 3, it felt like they had it so many times there. It looked like maybe this is it. Are they going to turn it into something? That fight top that they won. And then we realize it's just 2 supports and an offlaner standing, and they can't take Roche, and they also can't really push high ground. It hurts, man. My heart hurts a little bit for VP. They were so close to securing this.
So very close, yeah. And FNG, you know, it's going to be a little bit sad now, but yeah, you came so close against one of the top teams in the region, and yeah, we've seen 9Pandas at majors. You know, one of the top teams internationally, looking very good of late. And now that is it for regulation play, and I use that word specifically because that's it for scheduled normal matches. But of course, it's the DPC, so we've got tiebreakers for you. It wouldn't be a DPC without a bit of tie-breaking going on. So we've already got 1 relegated team, Walikum Ni Hao, but Namiga, Hydra, and One Move going to go through a round-robin best-of-1 tiebreaker series scenario tomorrow, starting 12 CEST and going through until infinity, depending on how things go. It should be an exciting one, Waga, as we watch these teams kind of develop and prove themselves, and it'll be sad to see one of them go.
Yeah, it will be tough to see one of them go. I think all of them have been exciting to follow. A lot of storylines and journeys there, honestly, and it's kind of, you know, right in a way that it ends up not just being one team straight up eliminated, because I think a lot of them have been looking about the same strength level. So we have this 3-way tie here where they're going to have to settle it. Obviously, it's 3 teams. It's only 1 slot that will get eliminated. So whoever loses 2 games basically is going to be the one knocked out. And I hope that the tiebreakers will give anywhere close to as good game as we got here, because that was exciting Dota. I'm going to be at an airport in Denmark at that time, so I'm not going to be casting it though. But I hope that you enjoy the games that are going to be happening, and I'll have to see the results when I land in Turkey.
Absolutely, yeah. You enjoy your holiday. Thanks for joining us as we had a pretty wild ride through Eastern Europe. Some exciting matches, some one-way stomps, and you know that 1k gold lead per minute when BetBoom faced off against Team Spirit. Plenty of memories, though, for sure. But yeah, tiebreakers tomorrow are going to be starting out with Danog and Ares. Then, depending how long it'll go, I'll jump in and cast some games as well. But yeah, Waga, thanks for joining us. It's been exceptional as always. Any closing parting words before you pop off to Turkey?
I mean, big thanks for the casts, man. I think it's been awesome. I've had a lot of fun casting together with you, Gareth. I think that it's been a wild ride to watch a lot of these teams and how they perform, the drafts, the plays, the misplays. You know, all of it has been nothing short of enjoyable. So I'm kind of sad to see it come to an end. I'm glad that you get one extra little bit of bonus day here with the tiebreakers as well. But I hope that you're doing great and that we'll get to cast some time in the future, Gareth.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll get back onto the topics of mechanics and cool little tips and tricks you can do as well. Always, always great to hear them from you. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you do come back tomorrow, 12 CEST, to check out those tiebreakers for relegation. But for today, that's it. We'll see you next time.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.